Before Rome was an empire, it was just one of many players in the Mediterranean. Across the sea, in modern-day Tunisia, sat the true master of the known world, Carthage. Wealthy, advanced, and commanding the greatest navy in history. Carthage controlled the trade routes. Rome, on the other hand, was a land power, stubborn, disciplined, and hungry. It was said that the Mediterranean was too small for two such giants. Like two tigers in a single cage, a clash was not just possible, it was inevitable. The prize was not just land, but the future of Western civilization. The first war was fought at sea, but Rome had no navy. They found a wrecked Carthaginian ship, copied its design, and built a fleet in months. Knowing they couldn't outsail the Carthaginians, they turned sea battles into land battles using the corvus, a boarding bridge with a spike. It worked, but Rome's greatest enemy was not Carthage, but the sea itself. Storms claimed hundreds of ships and 100,000 men, yet Rome simply built more. After 23 years of grinding war, Carthage surrendered Sicily. But in the heart of their general, Hamilcar Barca, a seed of hatred was planted. Hamilcar made his son Hannibal swear a blood oath never to be a friend of Rome. Years later, Hannibal would fulfill that vow in the most impossible way. Rome expected an attack by sea. Instead, Hannibal did the unthinkable. He marched his army, including war elephants, over the frozen peaks of the Alps. Thousands died from the cold and hostile tribes. But when the mist cleared, there he was. The nightmare of Rome had arrived in their own backyard. The Second Punic War had begun. Hannibal was a tactical genius. At Trebia, at Lake Trasimene, he crushed the legions. But the masterstroke was at Cannae. Facing a Roman army twice his size, Hannibal orchestrated the perfect encirclement. The Roman legions were pressed so tightly together, they couldn't even lift their swords. It was a slaughter. In a single day, Rome lost up to 70,000 men. Hannibal collected baskets full of gold rings taken from the fingers of dead Roman aristocrats. The road to Rome was open. The city screamed in terror, "Hannibal is at the gates!" But Rome did not surrender. They refused to admit defeat. While Hannibal ravaged Italy, a young Roman general named Scipio studied him. Scipio realized he could not defeat Hannibal in Italy, so he took the war to Africa. Forced to defend his home, Hannibal returned to Carthage. At Zama, the student met the master. Scipio neutralized Hannibal's elephants with loud trumpets and open lanes. For the first time, the invincible Hannibal was defeated. Carthage surrendered, stripped of its empire, its fleet, and its pride. The rivalry ended not with a treaty, but with annihilation. 50 years later, Rome returned for the final act. Cato the Elder had ended every speech with "Carthage must be destroyed." And so it was. The city was burned for 17 days. Its walls were dismantled, its people sold into slavery. Legend says the Romans sowed the ground with salt, so nothing would ever grow again. Carthage was erased from history. From its ashes, Rome rose as the undisputed master of the Mediterranean. The Republic was dead. The Empire was born.